Alright, it's the number 224 of my accountability to myself, and I appreciate everyone's attention who watches this. Apparently, we're in the home stretch and we've got 5, 6 days left, which is honestly crazy. But on the other hand, today I started recording videos on Instagram, but I will come to this later. So first, I had everything went wrong today, not in accordance with my plan. For example, in the morning, I woke up at 7:30. I was so sleepy because I slept less than 6 hours, and I saw a message from my friend. He texted me at 4 a.m. that something happened, and yeah, some troubles with health, and he won't be able to go today um, to another city as we planned yesterday, which meant that my plan has changed completely, right? And I went to sleep for 2 hours more. As a result, I got up at 7:40, at 9:40, something like that, and I started my day. It was a little tough. It was honestly tough because today I knew that I'm supposed to record this first video, but I didn't expect that it's gonna be so hard. I expected to spend like 15 minutes trying to record this video. I spent almost 2 hours, and I was I was experiencing anxiety. I was sweating. I don't know why it's such a stressful moment when you're trying to do this, knowing that you're going to publish, knowing that anyone can see this, knowing that it's not perfect, right? And well, again, I spent almost 2 hours. Then I went to the store to do groceries because I figured out I don't have fruits for my breakfast. So yeah, I went to the store, I did groceries, I had my breakfast, and it was almost 3 p.m. I really spent my time pretty weird today because I didn't even go to the gym, and anyway, I couldn't start studying earlier, which I find as a mistake, but well, anyway. So what happened afterwards is that at 3 p.m. I was like, all right, I need to upload video. And I spent nearly 30 minutes, 40 minutes sitting like this with my phone and like, I need to post this video. I need to post this video. Obviously, I created a new account for that. I'm not going to be posting it on my original account. There are some reasons for that. But yeah, I mean, I made a new account. I published even 2 videos though, not even one. And I'm satisfied that I just started. And also I'm trying to give to myself this mindset that you shouldn't be focused on you shouldn't be focused on output, you should be focused on the system, because the system is an opportunity to learn sooner or later. But I will need to have my brand, I will need to have my name, I will need to promote my product, whatever it is. And in today's world, it's impossible to avoid making content if you actually want to make your service or products accessible for everyone, right? You need to make people aware of your stuff, and either it costs a lot because you need to pay to someone, or you need some skills to understand how everything works and how to build all this stuff. That's why I decided that sooner or later, but I would definitely need to start doing that, and I decided to start now because at least I have an idea. I have some kind of idea while learning a language. It should be more or less not bad. I will see, I will experiment with different approaches making those videos, and yeah, we will see how it works. Because even though like one Instagram video, it's like up to 1 minute, right? Maybe like 1 minute 30 or something, it requires way more effort than, for example, recording this 30 minutes video, because recording this video I'm just talking. I don't need to do anything besides. I don't need to re-record. I don't need to worry about hooks, about how to keep audience engaged, interested in that content, right? I don't care, because it's just for myself, and it doesn't matter if it takes 30-40 minutes to record this video. It doesn't take extra effort. Whereas making content in like Instagram short form content, I also need to realize that I compete with a lot of people. Like anyone can enter this game, this market. Anyone. It's not like creating your own font. You wouldn't have as much competition. However, on the other hand, you would need to compete with Samsung and Apple, which is ridiculous. You need to have extremely innovative idea or something like that if you actually want to compete with them. But what I mean is that, for example, to enter tech market, it's harder. Not everyone can do this. It requires some resources. But to start recording videos, everyone can do this, and a lot of people do this. That's why it's very important to understand how it works properly, because everyone does it. Not everyone does it in a proper way. I don't do this in a proper way yet. That's why I'm learning, because the best way to learn is actually to practice. And also, I think one of my strongest advantages is consistency, because I actually saw, even on my own, a couple of friends, acquaintances who tried to make content, this and that. They would make content for like a couple of videos or a couple of weeks, and then they would abandon it because results are not really seen yet, and it turns to be harder than they expected, for example. And it happens to a lot of people. And in my case, I can definitely stay consistent for 90 days. And in 90 days, I will see what kind of results I've got, what kind of experience I've got, what can I do next. So this is the first step, 90 days, where I want to dedicate myself to making content, trying to experiment, editing videos differently. But yeah, it's also a problem. It requires it requires constant changes in your video to keep the person who watches engaged, or yeah, like engaged probably. You need to make this video, how it's called, you need to make some action in this video, right? And it's also a big challenge, because it also requires different skill of editing. Skill of editing most likely requires subscription for some kind of program, right? Or at least requires time to learn, to figure out how it works. So everything takes time, everything takes effort, and yeah, that's just truth. This is explanation of not expecting huge results is, if it worked that way, that you start recording videos and in first week, month, you just scale your account, everyone would do this. Definitely there are some exceptional people who actually made it out, and in 2 months they would start they would be having huge audience, they would be monetizing this, all that stuff, but they had some kind of unique approach that allowed them to do so. Most of the people don't really have this, right? So I hope I'm not gonna be abandoning this. I'm supposed to stay for 90 days. Probably I will leave, by the way, a link for that account in description under this video, because yeah, below this video, because I will stop recording those videos in 6 days. So if someone wants to keep tracking what's going on, with me, what do I do? There will be that Instagram account, right? And also, by the way, anyone can text me in that Instagram account and I could reply. So, if anything. By the way, I think this channel probably will hide all the videos. However, it's gonna take a while because I have more than 300 videos on this channel. But I would like to hide all the videos and then make them once a month, once per 2 months, when I have a great idea, something to elaborate on and to share with. Something like this. But I don't know, I will see. Definitely I'm not gonna abandon this channel forever. I'm gonna be making some kind of content that I like, for me genuinely, to share with. Something that I would like to see on YouTube, right? So I spent some time making that video, publishing, and I don't know, I had this weird feeling that I couldn't start doing anything. I was experiencing so much anxiety. I don't remember when I experienced so much anxiety. For some reason, it was such a stressing moment for me to actually upload this video. And yeah, I couldn't start studying anything. I just went to have my dinner. I had my dinner and I just decided to take a nap. I wanted to take 15 minutes nap. I slept 2 hours and I woke up at almost 8. When I woke up at almost 8, I replied to some emails that I had regarding accommodation. And by the way, it's so ridiculous because one of the accommodations that like I reached out a landlord and he answered, like, there's an apartment 100 square meters, 120 square meters. And what do I need? I need to have 2 separate rooms in one apartment for me and for my friend because we want to rent together. And there's only one room. What the hell? 120 square meters and there's only one room. Do they have a football field, or how do they use 120 square meters? That's a little ridiculous, but it's whatever. Yeah, and after that I woke up at 8, I got up and I started studying. I spent a little more than 1 hour studying English vocabulary because I realized I have a lot of English vocabulary and I have my exam in 3 days. I need to rush a little and I need to write my summaries. I have 2 days left to prepare though, 2 days. So I need to put some effort tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. Specifically to study English, I've got my plan, my schedule for tomorrow, and I'm supposed to spend at least 6 hours of sheer studying, which is quite a lot because I also want to go to the gym and I just need to manage my time wisely tomorrow. That's everything that is required, honestly. Then, after studying English, I spent... what I was doing. I don't remember what I was doing. Well, I remember I spent also some time writing logistics conspect, but I don't think it took more than half an hour. And well, that's it, probably. Yeah, basically I haven't done anything today. Oh yeah, I also wrote a plan what I'm gonna be tomorrow studying Turkish, because yeah, I'm gonna dedicate 90 days and every day for 90 minutes I will be studying Turkish and making daily video reports. We will see how it works. We will see how it works. Alright, probably that's it. I do genuinely need to go to sleep because it's midnight and I have a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. Exam in 3 days, I'm not really ready for that. So because I'm preparing, like, mostly I'm preparing for exams that I will have the week after this one, right? after the following week. Like it's already this week is already Monday, I think, because it's midnight. So yeah, mostly I'm preparing for exams the week after, not for the one I will have on Wednesday. But I also need to prepare for the one I will have on Wednesday. So I need to put some effort in studying. So with that being said, I think that's it. I will leave Instagram link for my account where I will be uploading video. If anyone is interested, feel free to follow, and I'll see you in the next one.